Welcome back to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena on tonight being championship night between the Gold Diggers and Silverbacks. Silverbacks come in tonight 12-2, 0-2 for 26 points. That would put them ahead of the entire upper division. In second place, that would be the Gold Diggers. 12-7 record, 2 points behind, sitting at 24 points. Once again in second place. These two netminders here tonight have done outstanding this season. For the Gold Diggers, it is Evan Goldberg, 12-7 record, 95 goals against for a 5 flat goal against average. As for the Gold Diggers, they've scored 4 more than what they've given up. They've scored 99 goals this season, looking to make that 100 here tonight. On the other side for the Silverbacks, Brandon Rhodes is their netminder, 12-2 record, 58 goals against for a 3.6 goal against average. As for them, they've scored 39 more goals than what they have given up. A huge advantage here between the two. And as for the two, they have met each other in the regular season 3 times. The first coming back on December 12th of 2024. That was a 7-5 victory in favor of the Silverbacks. Going back about half a month on January 26th of the new year, the Gold Diggers would take on home a 5-4 victory. The rubber match this season, that would come back on February 25th, a 10-5 victory in favor of the Silverbacks. 5 minutes up on the board for warm-ups, and we'll get set here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Some key names to be aware of here tonight. Starting for the Gold Diggers, the captain, Rob Hosever, 4 assists in the 3 games against the Silverbacks. Kevin Gerbrandt has 2 goals. Gil Myers, 2 goals and an assist. And then the biggest name to be aware of here for the Gold Diggers, that would be Danny Jumpa. As for Jumpa, he has 33 goals on the season, 13 assists for 46 points. That's 10 points over the next highest, which we'll get to here in just a few minutes. Going over to the Silverbacks, a few names to be aware of. Nicholas Vu, number 14, has 2 goals, 2 assists. Tyler Johnson has a goal and assist, that is. Mark Riccardi, 2 goals and assist, alongside Jason Richard, 2 goals and an assist. And that will cap out your key players to look out for as we get ready to start here on championship night in Winston-Salem. Welcome back here inside of the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Once again here for championship night as we head to the 5 keys for success. Winner takes all, and it only takes 1. Moving on, that each team here belongs. They're both sit first and second in the league respectfully. That means the Silverbacks and Gold Diggers. Moving on, same as last week, pressure hard. The Pink Panthers took home and beat the Gold Diggers earlier on, putting them in the loser's bracket very early. As we can see here, they've made it all the way back to the championship game and take quality shots. As I mentioned earlier, two of the better netminders here in the season. That's between Goldberg and Rhodes. And you'll also use your next man mentality. A lot of bodies here tonight, so you'll have to rely on the couple of the guys behind you. Gonna take a quick break here, just over a minute to go in warm-ups, and then we'll get things set for the start of period number 1 between the Gold Diggers and Silverbacks. Welcome back here to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for the start of the Gold Diggers and Silverbacks here on championship night at the Fairgrounds Arena. Both teams tonight sit first and second in the upper league respectfully. And it looks like we're going to get things set. I almost thought that we were going to do the national anthem. And is up for the Gold Diggers as we set to start period number 1. There we go. Hopefully that's better for volume. First shot on goal goes to the Gold Diggers as it heads into the corner. Silverbacks able to take it back the other way. Herrera able to deke around the near side, able to get it to Lentz. Back over for Herrera down at the goal line. Sharp angle shot goes straight through the paint. Can you grab me a pencil out of the side? Working at it down the corner. One silver, one gold sweater as it comes down the near side for Herrera. Trying to find a centering feed instead. A gold sweater is able to poke it back the other way. It shouldn't be. Out in front, Silverbacks heading right through the neutral zone, hitting the blue line as it heads down to the near side corner. Melanchuk spinning around back by the net, being pressured by Mulhorn. Still with it loose in his skates as it heads up into the corner. Baines up high. Pressuring him, able to turn it over. There's Riccardi. Not able to pressure in deep as it's held on right there at the blue line and back out to the neutral zone. I think it's on your end. Gonna be a penalty here. That looks like it's gonna go against number 20 of Kyle Peterson, trying to get a shot off as it heads up high. Silverbacks with it. That's gonna be touched up. No. Once again, Silverbacks with it. They have the extra attacker as Rhodes head off to the bench. Backhanded shot. Save made by Goldberg. He'll hold on to it. And there's gonna be a tripping call here at the 17:47 mark of period number 1. Indeed, so a tripping against number 20. That's Peterson. 17:41 is where that will be blocked. Apologies here, trying to get that up on the board. That is a goal digger penalty, and we are back to going. Up the far side, Silverbacks trying to get a power play goal here to start on championship night. Goal Diggers with a shorthanded chance. That's going to be blocked up. A hooking call. That will go up against the Silverbacks, and we will go 4-on-4. Possible interference. No, holding. That's going to be a holding call against... Oh. Hooking and holding the stick. Not something I was expecting here, as they will both head up on the box. That'll be number 28 for the Silverbacks. Charles Hawk with the holding. And Gil Myers with holding the stick. 17:05 to go here in the first, as we still remain 5 on up the far side, trying to take it in on the Silverbacks as 8 double on Herrera, able to get around his man down at the goal line. Taking it behind Goldberg. Herrera still with it. Has Lentz on the front door. And that's what will give it to back behind the net. Lentz trying to work it up high. Goal Diggers trying to work it out as they'll clear it down link to the ice. Once again, no icing here, as we are on a penalty kill for the team in gold. Trying to get a shorthanded chance as they were able to beat it back behind the net, as Brooks will fire it in deep once again. Back behind the net, Brooks pressuring with Riccardi. Riccardi able to come away with it, taking it up high. Still has 2 gold sweaters behind him. Out to the point for Herrera. Winds up, fire shot, trying to get a tip out in front. Goldberg was able to make the save. Comes out to the point. Riccardi shot goes high over the back glass. Right back out to the top of the slot. Winds up, fires, just sent wide. Riccardi able to keep it in. Only for the moment as Brooks fires it right back down to the ice. 5 seconds left to go here on the penalty. 4-3-2 as Herrera will pick it up back along the near side half boards. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Up on the far side, Johnson trying to work it forward. Has a chance now for Herrick, looking to get his second goal against the Goal Diggers. Out in front, tips it home, scores! Comes out to the point. Riccardi shot goes high over the back glass. Just like that, Jason Richard is able to fire that one home. His 3rd goal against the Gold Diggers this season, and a big goal at that. Gives the Silverbacks a 1-0 lead over the Gold Diggers. 4-3-2 as Herrera will pick it up back along the near side half boards. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Up on the far side, Johnson trying to work it forward. Has a chance now for Herrick, looking to get his second goal against the Gold Diggers. Jump it down low. Working it back up top to the point. We're back to even 5-on-5. Shoot, scores! Gold Diggers able to tie that up. Number 6 able to get that one. Apologies there as I never changed the camera back. Well, that was Kevin Gerbrandt. He's able to get his third goal in 4 games against the Silverbacks, and we tie that up 1 apiece here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Once again, I do apologize about that, and the feed does appear to be a little jumpy. Wow. Hopefully this works. Hopefully we have a little bit of a better connection here. 1-1 is your score between the Silverbacks and Gold Diggers. That's going to go on net of Goldberg, so no icing, as he'll nearly have a turnover. Backhanded shot goes off his right pad and into the far side corner. Centering feed, trying to get Lynch. Shot goes off the toe. Backhanded shot heads it down to the near side corner. Under 13 to go here in the first period. Puck to the right of Brandon Rhodes, taking it behind the net. Now is Hawk. Going to put it up the far side half boards. Nearly intercepted as the Silverbacks take it in with a 2-on-4. Shot gets blocked, tipped out in front as Mulhorn pressuring after it. Now Peterson trying to get a center feed out of the zone for Kuhn. Instead it comes down low. As we head back for the Gold Diggers. A little D-to-D pass from the center red line. Will dump it in deep. Going to be playing it off the near side half boards. Lynch trying to work it out of danger. Mulhorn was able to keep it in at the point for the moment. Is it doing okay now? Is it? Okay. Okay. Not able to keep that in at the point was Peterson, as that will go down link to the ice. Apologies there, that was Brooks. Down link to the ice for an icing. 11:50 to go in period number 1. Update here in the Blue Ridge Bobcats Baton Rouge Zydeco game. 1-0 Bobcats. That goal was scored just a few minutes ago as we're watching it here live in the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Able to keep that in as Riccardi, apologies there, as the Silverbacks will work it forward for Riccardi. An open ice hit there between Hosever and a man in silver. Richard trying to find a center. If he gets a stick to it, Herrera not able to keep it in, as there's a Gold Digger, I believe that's Price, trying to cherry pick right there at his attacking blue line. Silverbacks back behind the net, trying to poke it home on the near side. Had Goldberg reaching out to his right, not able to poke that one home. Herrera working it back forward, able to get it to Richard. One-touch pass goes up behind him, over for Johnston. Johnson has space near side for Richard, not able to get a shot off. Johnson so far this season against the Gold Diggers has 1 assist. Back in the corner behind the net, being pressured by one man in goal, that's Thomas. Thomas still looking for his first point against the Silverbacks this season. Once again, that's the reason why these are the 2 top teams in the league. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Doing better. Okay. Down near side, Gold Diggers trying to get it out to the point. Able to escape danger. Here's a chance for Jumpa. Jumpa all alone. Near side. Far side. Shoot. Save made by Rhodes. Rhodes able to keep this a 1-1 game. That's one of the things you don't see that often. Jumpa missing a 1-on-0 against the netminder. But that proves why Brandon Rhodes is a top goalie in the league. And as we heard here, it looks like the pegs of the net are off its moorings. Up on the far side. Back over for Jumpa. Sharp angle shot, trying to get a tip on the back door from Gerbrand. Apology, Gerbrand, indeed. As they'll work it back deep. Hawk will ring it around the far side, trying to clear it out of danger. Brooks will pick it up. Deed pass down low for Mulhorn. Working it forward as he hits the blue line. Able to get it on one, taking it down low. Backhand shot. That's going to be covered up by Rhodes. He'll hold on to it. 8:35 to go in period number 1. Two full line changes coming up here between the Silverbacks and Gold Diggers. Face-off coming up to Rhodes right. Out to the point. Not able to keep that in. Looked good from here, but apt forehand backhand and just barely took it out of the zone, it appears. Face-off coming up to the neutral zone right here in front of the penalty boxes in the attacking zone for the Gold Diggers. Apt able to work it in deep, gets it past the stick of Herrera. He'll take it back behind his net with Riccardi. Right up through center ice, they have numbers. Silverbacks take it up high, hits the blue line. Herrera still with it. Holding shot, just in it. Behind the cage, able to keep that in at the points. Riccardi working it forward as it comes back down for Apt. Working it down in near side corner, taking it behind his net. Plays it up high. Herrera able to keep it in. Pokes it forward. Sharp angle shot down low, trying to get it to Lentz. Right there at the back door, not able to find the connection. But Lentz able to keep it in deep for the time being. Apt up high, being pressured by 2 men in silver. Does a little deke around, not able to get it out to where he wants it, as it's going to be a foot race the other way. Peterson able to win a foot race back by the net. Down low, centering feed goes up high. Looking for Thomas. Shot, tipped out in front. Save made by Rhodes, as he just got it with his right pad. Wentz not able to win the puck back, as it will come bouncing in the near side corner. Kuhn still with it as it goes up high. Gil Myers not able to steal the puck, as it'll be turned over for the Silverbacks, as it'll be a 3-on-3 the other way. Riccardi not able to deke around his man, as Peterson will take it the other way, as it will be a 3-on-3 back the other way. Indeed not, as he'll dump it in from the center red line and go in for a line change, as Herrera works it down low for Riccardi. 4 fresh legs out for the Gold Diggers, as the 5th man goes off for a change now. Far side corner, Silverbacks with it. Centering feed, stick, shot, scores! Garrett Long able to poke this one home. His first goal against the Gold Diggers. And once again, another big one. Increases the lead and makes it 2-1 here in the first period. Looking for the replay here. As we're going back the other way, Gold Diggers trying to get something back just like they did just a few seconds ago. Oh, wow. Okay. Apologies there. The live feed is a few minutes behind. Anyway, here shot's going to go on Rhodes. He'll cover it up. 5 and change to go here in period number 1. There we go. That should be better here for the future. Shot goes right from the point of Brooks. Rhodes able to hold on to it right underneath the left arm. Keeps it a 1-goal game here in the first period. Out to the point. Down low, Mulhorn. Trying to get around Richard. Can't. Richard able to poke it back out to the neutral zone. Brooks with possession. Up high. Goes off the shin pad of Price, that is. And shot, that will be held on to by Rhodes. Apologies there, trying to memorize everybody's name. It's a little bit confusing. All except we are here in championship night between the Gold Diggers and Silverbacks. Set the take to draw, that will be Danny Jumpa. Able to win the draw back to the point. Thomas, shot, tipped out in front, shoots. Toe save made by Rhodes. Nearly able to throw that in 5-hole. Jumpa. Down the near side boards, cross-ice pass, up high, top of the circle, able to get it down low, trying to fire one back home in the back door, puck still loose. Silverbacks trying to clear it out, Wentz has it down low. We're getting forward to Apt, pressuring it back the other way, Gerbrandt, up high for Jumpa, and on slides, has a chance, shot! Blocked out in front by Hawk as it'll work its way to the near side corner. Johnson back by the net, going to work it up high, but not out. Thomas able to keep it in. Back by the net, Hawk working it up high. Two silver sweaters chasing after it, but the gold one's going to be able to beat it out. Lynch trying to get it on up. Does. Going to be a foot race the other way with Jumpa. Jumpa wins it as he'll take it up high. In on sides. It's going to be a 1-on-5 just about. Trying to cut it out in front of the net. Jumpa still with it somehow, some way. Apt. Shot gets blocked out in front by Riccardi as it's going to be a foot race the other way. Here comes Riccardi. Riccardi only has to get around Apt. Shot blocked out in front. Apt not able to kick it out to the neutral zone as Herrera comes away with it. As he'll work it down low. Still with it. On sides. Taking it down low. Shots on goal even at 10 between the top two teams in this championship game. Lentz on the far side. Out to the point, but cleared out. Riccardi back deep for the Silverbacks. He'll work it down low, trying to get it to Lentz. Goes right past his stick and over for Apt. Down low. Baines trying to work it forward. That bounces off his stick as that puck will go out of play just under 2 minutes ago in period number 1. 2-1 is your score between the Silverbacks and Gold Diggers. Back by the net, up top, here comes Kuhn. Centering feed just out of his reach for Peterson, as it's going to be a foot race the other way, as the Silverbacks able to work it right back into neutral ice. Mulhorn working with Richard. Riccardi now for the Silverbacks, able to backhand it up the far side half boards and now out. One touch feeds, trying to backhand it down low, but nobody's home there in front of the scorer's table, except for number 20 of Peterson. Trying to find a back door on the near side for Myers. Not able to get any piece of his stick. Down length of the ice it goes for an icing. Under a minute to go here in period number 1. Out to the point, shot tipped. Has a chance on the back door. Trying to go forehand, backhand, but Goldberg was able to say no. One of the best chances here for the Silverbacks to take a 2-goal lead on the back door. Nobody home, and not able to keep it in either. 27 seconds, foot race going the other way. That should have been an interference, but not called. Herrera was going at it with Gil Myers, as the Silverbacks are trying to get one last rush here. 15 seconds to go. Brooks hits the blue line, works it back the other way. Herrera going to work it back out to the neutral zone. And here comes Richard. Richard shot, save, rebound, nobody home on the back door. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that will do it. For the first period. 1 minute up on the board. Going to take a quick intermission here. Once again, 2-1 in favor of the Silverbacks.
Take a trip down to the country at Bixby General Store. We have everything you need from a quick lunch to a fishing or hunting license. So come on in. With our staff so friendly and kind, it will seem as if you've never left your own home. Browse the aisles stocked with a wall full of variety of drinks, chips, ice cream, fishing gear, and more. There's also a fresh and hot deli with Bixby famous hot dogs, hamburgers, and so much more. Just ask for the Bixby Chicks to guide you in the right direction and find what you need. That is Bixby General Store at 2200 Cornatza Road, Advance, North Carolina, 27006. Call us at 336-998-6470. We can also be found on Facebook or Instagram at Bixby General Store.
Welcome back for period number 2. Silverbacks holding a 1-goal lead as a puck's dropped here for the start of the second. Both teams have won a game against each other so far this season, but the Silverbacks do hold the tiebreaker as they've won 2 of 3. They ended up winning the 2 high-scoring games. The Gold Diggers were able to take home a 5-4 victory back on January 26. Silverbacks looking for a 2-goal lead. Tipped out in front, shoot, scores! There's Riccardi on the back door, able to fire that one home. Number 2, Silverbacks right at the 32nd mark of period number 2. That is Riccardi's 3rd goal of the season against the Gold Diggers, and once again, none bigger than the one here tonight. 3-1 as we're here in the second period. Back the near side, Price trying to work it forward. Here's a chance for Lemon, not able to hold on to the puck. Back the other way, it goes for the Silverbacks. Down the near side. Out to the point, Hawk winds up, fires, tipped out in front, Justin to the near side corner. Silverbacks still with it. Up the far side, centers. Here's a chance shot, tipped out in front. Lemon trying to work it forward as he comes up for Price. Foot race the other way, but Hawk's able to pressure it back the other way. Up for Hawk. Centers, has a chance, puck still loose. Not out, winds up, fires, takes a slap shot. Ends up whiffing at it. That was Garrett Long. He scored a 1 here tonight thus far. And so far, 1 of 3 for the Silverbacks. All 3 goals coming from 3 different skaters. That will just go to the right, but not far enough of Rhodes for an icing. Jumper up high. Stops, holds up, has a chance. Centers, tipped on the right there in the slot. But Rhodes was able to hold on to it and keeps this a 3-1 game. 17:40 to go here in period number 2. Shot goes right through the paint of Rhodes as it heads down low. Back the other way, Jumpa coming away with it. Out to the point. Has a chance, skating in from low circle. Shot tipped out in front. Took a weird re-hop. As the Silverbacks trying to take it back the other way. And on sides. Trying to leave it back to the point, but just a hair too far. Herrera spinning around deep in his own defensive zone. DDD pass. Able to work it forward. Jumpa has a chance. Has to beat Herrera. Takes it up high. Holding. Leaves it. And that's going to be cleared out as Richard works it down the near side. Here's a breakaway for the Silverbacks. Trying to increase the lead to 3. Shoot. Scores! Braden Herrick fires that one home and increases the lead to 3 once again. 4-1 is your score in favor of the Silverbacks. A little bit here of a quick draw. Breakaway for the Silverbacks. Let's watch that replay one time. There we go. Silverbacks trying to get another one here, so they'll take it up the high side. 2 on 3, that is. Still with it up high. Has a chance on the back door. Just a hair too far. Down low. Long trying to get a shot off as that'll be tipped out in front. Richard shot scores! Jason Richard gets his second goal of the night. Keeps firing at home at the 15:40 mark. 5-1 is your score. Silverbacks ahead of the Myers trying to work it forward. Peterson not able to win the foot race. Right back the other way as the Silverbacks are showing the reason why. They're the top team here this season. Stuck down at the blue line, up high, just a hair too far. Lentz. Up high, Lentz able to get around his man, trying to get around App now. Centers has a chance, backdoor, holding shot. Scores! Fires another one home as give me 1 second here. That is number 16 of Tyler Johnson, able to fire his first one home of the night. 6-1. Top team here this season. Hate to go here from replay to replay to replay, but that's just what it's appearing like as Myers shoots, scores! The Gold Diggers, just like that, able to respond and bring it back to within 4. Gil Myers able to get his third goal against the Silverbacks this season. That would put him right behind a Danny Jumpa, who has 5 goals against the Silverbacks, as he'll need a couple here tonight to have any chance of coming back. He doesn't have a hat trick. That came back on January 26th, which resulted in the 5-4 victory, once again over the same Silverbacks. Silverbacks down low, ring it around. Apt. Apologies there. Myers down low, trying to get it back out to the point. Still skating in. Ends up losing it. Man hits the deck, no call. Peterson out to the point. Winds up, fires up, shoots, tipped out in front, pokes home, scores! Back and forth, it's going. And Gil Myers able to get his second. A big one at that, brings this to within 3. Price up to take the draw now for the Gold Diggers. Trying to win it forward, can't. Lynch trying to take it the other way. Mulhorn works it forward. Hosever trying to work it forward. Played by the Silverbacks and back deep. Brooks out to center ice, just out of the reach of Price. Down low, hits the blue line. Not able to hold his stick as it works down the near side. Here's Price. 3-on-2, holding, shoot, save, rebound on the backhand. Still has it. Price holding, taking it behind the net with Hawk down low. Here's a chance for Lemon. Centers, shot, save, rebound, comes down low. Still trying to lift it. Down the far side, gets his stick lifted as Hawk's able to work it out, but only for the second as Mulhorn keeps it in at the point from the circle. Near side has a chance. Price trying to lift it, can't, as he just misses on the near side corner. As that will be cleared out down link to the ice. Will that have the legs rising? No, as this near side referee able to wave it off. Lentz has a chance now. Going back the other way, trying to get a centering feed for Herrera. Gets his stick lifted at the last second. And so Silverbacks will dump it in from the blue line and go off for a line change. 17-17 is your shots on goal, with plenty of time left to go here in the second. Richard shot, save, rebound. That will be covered up by Goldberg. Keeps that a 3-goal game. One of the best games we've seen so far this season. Back and forth at that. So far tonight, there's 2 different goal scorers that have gotten at least 2 goals. That's Jason Richard of the Silverbacks and Gil Myers of the Gold Diggers. Herrera chasing after it. Going to take it back by the net. Nearly ends up losing it, but Herrera still with it. Down low. Silverbacks trying to get it out of their own defensive zone. Centers. Here's a chance for Richard. Down the near side. Silverbacks still with it. Shot, save, rebound. Coming down low. Apt applying the body. man ends up losing his glove and stick, as it looks like Goldberg will cover it up along the near side goalpost, once again keeping this a 3-goal game. Down in the near side corner, back by the net goes for Riccardi. Riccardi's still with it from the right circle. Calling for it to Herrera at the point. Riccardi still with it. Herrera chasing down near side, trying to get it to him. Save made by Apt as he went down for a diving play. Shot, trying to get a tip out in front. Richard trying to throw it home on the near side goal post. As Herrera not able to keep that in at the blue line. Indeed, never mind, said it was. Trying to get a tip out in front by Richard. May have got a piece of it, but Goldberg was able to keep it out. Holds up, still with it from the left hash marks. Out in front for Richard. Forehand, backhand, near side, shot! Puck goes off the side of the cage. Thought that went in. As a couple of the others. Shot goes off the iron down low. Back by the net. Silverbacks still with it. Two men waiting on the puck out to the point for Herrera. Herrera trying to chip it in deep. Gliding out to his right as he'll throw it up top. Just out of his reach is Jumpa trying to clear it out. As he'll fire that down the length of the ice. For an icing call. 9:25 to go in period number 2. If anyone else here this season, well, I guess that would be for the remainder of the lower season, or next season, I can make any of these player shots. Just give me some information and at least a headshot, and that'd be very helpful. As for one we have here for Vince Sedicassi, is at least 1 goal, maybe 2, not quite sure. But he has the most penalty minutes in the league. Peterson shot save made by Rhodes. Trying to chase the bat near the way. Here's a chance now for the Silverbacks. 1-on-1 shot, save, rebound. That will be touched up by the netminder of Goldberg. And there's going to be a hooking call against the team in gold. Yes, we know it's a hooking call. Let's see who it goes up against. Indeed, so that's going to be against Brooks at the 8:30 mark. As the puck has gone back in play. Gold Diggers able to clear that down length of the ice. 1:50 to go on the power play for the Silverbacks. Not something they really need here, but trying to throw the nail in the coffin. That's going to be a penalty there. Let's see who that's against. Appears it's going to be against 22 of Apt. Indeed, it will be a tripping call. Not something I was expecting there, but something nonetheless. A 5-on-3 for the Silverbacks. Something definitely not needed here.
And a 1-1.
As it's already a 3-goal deficit in the Blue Ridge. 1-1 is your score between the Bobcats and Zydeco. A big game here. Winner of that going on the play. The Thunderbirds, the first game being at the visiting team's home ice. Shot from the point, and that's going to be covered up by Goldberg. Any puck stoppages here will be huge for the team in gold. Out to the point for Herrera. Trying to throw it cross ice, goes off his skate of Price and right back to Herrera. Up top for Riccardi, down low from the right hash mark. Trying to get a centering feed back out to the point. Back into shot, goes off the body of Price. Silverback still with it. Once again, a 5-on-3 for the next 47 seconds. Herrera shot! Just sent it wide. May have got a tip out in front. Peterson trying to clear it out. Can't. Riccardi able to keep it in. Near side. Fakes a slap shot. Still with it. Tipped out in front. As Peterson's able to come away with it. Trying to backhand it out. Can't. Herrera able to keep it in at the point. Little saucer pass down low. Chipped out in front. And that's going to be cleared right back down to the ice. And on Rhodes. 20 seconds left to go on the penalty to Jeff Brooks. 43 to go on the penalty to Apt. Riccardi up top, able to keep it in on sides. Winds up, fire, shoots, scores! A power play goal for the Silverbacks. Increased the lead to 7-3.
16.
Tyler Johnson able to get his second goal of the night. 1 even strength and 1 power play. Still 10 seconds left to go. Jumpa fires that right off the face-off into his player bench. And that will do it for the penalty kill. We'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey as that's shipped right back forward. Riccardi back deep in his defensive zone. DDD pass for Herrera. He'll play it off the near side half boards. Touches it forward. Here's a chance. Down low. Back in a shot. Save. Rebound. That will be covered up and held on to by Goldberg right there in his trapper. 7-3 is your score. 23-19 shots on goal. Once again in favor of the Silverbacks. Jump is set. They take the draw. Trying to win it forward as it comes out to the point for Hawk. Here comes a chance now for Jumpa. In all alone up high. Forehand, backhand shot. Just in it wide up the far side. Trying to clear it out. Mulhorn able to hold it in at the blind. That was onside. And Mulhorn knew it. But this near side referee calls it off. Can't argue with him. Not in this situation. But that was something definitely big there for the Gold Diggers trying to claw their way back into this one. Up the far side, trying to look for Gerbert. Instead it goes down length of the ice. Wins. That looks like it will be out of play. Indeed so. Going to need a new puck here. 4:30 to go here in the second period. Looking like it's going to come down to a gigantic period number 3. Jumpa trying to win the drawback. Puck still loose as he's going to take it up top. Sharp angle shot, rebound, shoots, just in it wide. Jumpa taking it back by the net. Able to deke on one out to the top of the right circle. Brooks shot blocked off his shin pad of, I believe, Hawk. Gerbert trying to throw a shot on, comes out to the top of the point. That shot from Brooks gets blocked. Over for Jumpa. He'll take it up high. Still with it. Out to the top of the point. Shot tipped out in front. Trying to fire one home. Pad save made by Rhodes. Payne still trying to work away as it comes down the near side to the point. Brooks tipped out in front. Thrown just wide. Gerbert with it. Holds. Shoots. Just in it wide. Baines works it down in the corner. Over for Jumpa. Back low. Centering. Comes out for a man in silver, but not out. Over for Brooks. Winds up, fires, tipped. Not able to make it to the net. Jumpa. Cross ice feed down low for Brooks as he'll fire it in deep. Back by the net. Baines loses it for Jumpa. Has Gerbert. Apologies there, Baines. Indeed, so that was Gerbert, number 6. Wentz able to fire that down length of the ice. That's going to go for an icing. 3 minutes to go in the second period. The Gold Diggers starting to show some signs of frustration after the offsides call just a few minutes ago and not able to score on that 1 to 2 minute zone time they just had. Myers able to win it back. Thomas shot. Toe save and he'll cover it. That's Brandon Rhodes. Shots on goal tied up 23 apiece. Silverbacks able to do something that the Pink Panthers were not able to against the Gold Diggers in the semifinals, and that's find a way to pepper shots against Evan Goldberg. Richard up high, 2-on-1, overskates it as Peterson's trying to take it the other way. One touches it forward. Silverbacks trying to get something going. Now it's going to be a 2-on-2. Apt trying to push it forward. Richard still able to come away with it. Trying to find a centering feed. Apt comes away with it right at the right hash mark. As he'll try to take it up past Herrera. Apt centers. Gonna find a man in silver as they'll take it back the other way. Has him in trying to cherry pick. It's Richard. Just out of his reach. And the Gold Diggers will fire it back the other way. Kuhn up high. In, catches as a man in stride. Hits a blue line shot. Save, rebound. There will be none, as Rhodes will cover it right there in his chest with under 90 seconds to go in period number 2. Price able to hit the draw, wins it back to the point. Thomas to his fellow partner. Up high, Kuhn. Sharp angle shot, trying to get a tip in. Goes off a body, and that injured whoever that is standing right there in front of the net. Stung his hand a little bit, and does it again. Sharp angle shot, able to get a piece of Rhodes. Diving play there, trying to block it. Comes out to the point for Thomas. Over to the far side, able to keep it in. App, shot tipped. 3 block shots in the same shift. Wow. Definitely hurting there, as that will go down for an icing. Will he stay out? Yes, he will. Wow. It appears to be that's number 33 of Herrera. Shot. Able to block another one. This time it happens with a stick. Clear down link to the ice 10 seconds ago in period number 2, and that looks like it will do it. Maybe one last face-off in period number 2. No, it will not one, and that will do it. Gonna put 20 minutes back up on the board. Gonna take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back here to start period number 3.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina is a city with a rich history of reinventing itself. Here you can wine and dine back in time, or raise a glass to the future. Witness history in the making, or savor the present moment. That's why you'll love visiting Winston-Salem. Our past is present, our future is bright, and our city is yours to explore. Look forward. Travel back to Winston-Salem.
Welcome back here to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for the start of the third and final frame here in the championship night between the Gold Diggers and Silverbacks. Silverbacks trying to keep hold of that 4-goal lead with a early shot there just sent wide by Herrick. Back out to the neutral zone it goes for the Silverbacks. Down low, here's a chance for the Gold Diggers. Skates over top of it, out for jumping now. Down low, on his forehand, out to the point. Mulhorn, back down low. Has a chance now for Jumpa. Cross ice feed to the right point. Holds, shot, blocked out in front, cleared out, but not all the way out. So that's held in at the blue line. Down the near side it goes for Mulhorn. Leaves it back for Jumpa. Cross ice feed. From the right hash mark, skating in. 2 men waiting on the back door. Not able to get it there. But not able to clear it out. Mulhorn trying to keep it in. As that's going to be held in right at the blue line. As Riccardi's able to clear it out to center. Jump up the far side looking for Peterson. Able to get it there. Deeks around him. Near side has a chance for Gerbert as that stick to side. As Riccardi will clear that down link to the ice. Will that go on net? No, it will not. An icing call, 18:40 to go here in the third and final frame. Gold Diggers jump ahead here in the shots on goal category, 25-23. But here on the scoreboard, it's still in favor, 7-3, Silverbacks. Face off to the left of Brandon Rhodes. Able to win it back. Myers to the point, trying to get a shot off as Richard and Myers go at it along the far side half boards. Apt up the far side, trying to get a one-touch feed. Here comes Kuhn. Goes off his skate, in on sides. Here's a chance now. Blocked aside by Hawk. Right back out in the neutral zone. Down low. Here comes Baines. Hits the blue line, trying to dump into deep. Goes off a body. Richard able to get it back. Clear down like to the ice as it went off a body, so no icing. Thomas taking it behind the net of Evan Goldberg. Cross ice feed nearly intercepted there by Richard. Richard looking for his hat trick here tonight. Lines and fires from the blue line. Save, rebound. That will be held on to. Popped out of his glove like popcorn. But able to glove it right back down and hangs on. 17:25 to go in the third period. Set to take the draw here. That's Gil Myers. One too many men out on the bench for the Silverbacks, as it's able to be one out to the point by the Diggers. Trying to fire a sharp angle shot. There was Myers. Comes out to the point for Herrick. Has time, they say, but nearly ends up losing it there at the point. Here's a chance now, 2-on-2. Down the near side for Lentz. Shot, save, rebound. Trying to baseball it. Trying to show why it's baseball season, but he swung and missed. A little bit harder there than any of the things we've seen so far this season in the actual MLB season, especially by Javier Baez. Herrick fires it down. Going to pinball to the far side corner. Brooks coming away with it, trying to clear it out. Baines hits the neutral ice, down to the ice, no icing. Silverbacks back behind the net it goes. Down low. Able to get it to Herrick. Cross ice feed. One touches it forward. Trying to get it over for long, but just a hair too far out of his reach. As Brooks overskates it. Now here comes a chance for the Gold Diggers. A play that shouldn't have worked nearly ended up in a scoring opportunity. Brooks down the near side corner, trying to find a centering feed over for Brooks. He has it. Forehand, backhand, gets stick aside. Trying to clear it out, can't. Mulhorn has it at the point. Shot, save, rebound. Trying to fire it home, puck still loose. That'll be covered up by Rhodes. Diving out to his right. 15:43 to go in the third and final frame. Full line will stay out for the Gold Diggers. Now be Hosever, Price, Mulhorn, Apt, and Brooks. Apologies there. Trying to get numbers isn't the easiest. Silverbacks nearly get their pass intercepted as it comes down low for Hawk. It's a center red line, trying to dump into deep. Price able to get a touch to it as Lemon will work it back the other way, heading the blue line. That's going to be called for an offsides. A racing Price down the near side boards. Just goes a hair too far in early. 5 minutes gone here in the third period. As Price was trying to get something going here right off the face-off. Up high, Silverbacks trying to clear it out, and that goes off the ref. No harm, no foul, as it's cleared right back out to center. Price down low, chasing with Herrera. Spinning around Riccardi, that is. Price able to get the turnover. Out to the point. Brooks, shot. That'll be blocked in the skates of one. Trying to clear it out. Able to come down low. Lemon spinning around. Drops it for Hosever. Shot. Tip. Save made by Rhodes. Able to get his right arm to it. Brooks has it stuck up in his skates. And that'll be cleared out to the neutral zone. Hawk chasing after it, but Mulhorn able to work it right back the other way. Out for Richard. Fires it into no man's land as he'll head off for a line change. As Mulhorn will take it in the near side. Trying to get a tip out in front. Shot. Scores! Able to send it through the firefall of Rhodes. And Jumpa able to get on the scoreboard for the first time here tonight. 7-4. Drops it for Hosever. Shot. Tip. Save made by Rhodes. His first goal here tonight, coming in the third period, and a big one at that. Brings it back to within 3. Has a chance here. Jumpa shot. Shoulder save made by Rhodes. Back out for Jumpa to the point. Winding. Fires. Peterson. Shot gets tipped out in front. Goes off the helmet of Lentz and nearly able to keep it in the zone. and on sides. Here's Jumpa. Up high, dekes around one. Shot, save, rebound, comes out in front, trying to fire it home. Puck comes down low, fires up top for Thomas. Winds up, fires, trying to get a tip out in front. That goes off the back glass. Lynn's trying to clear it out of danger. Apt able to glove it down. Works it back in. Lynn's up the far side. Back over for Apt, but Lynn's able to work it forward. Apt backhands it around. Here comes the chance for the Gold Diggers. Near side, Gerbrand fires, gets a stick to it as it'll hit the far side glass. Has a man on the back door. It's Jumpa. Jumpa down low. Cross ice feed to the point. Thomas fires. Shot. Save. Trying to poke it home. Fires a stick on Rhodes, but Rhodes is able to keep a hold of it. 12:20 to go here in the third. Back to a 3-goal game. 7-4 is your score. Bain set. Apologies there. Trying to win it back to the point. Just a hair too far to the reach of Mulhorn. That will go down like the ice, but no icing as the Gold Diggers were the ones that fired it all the way down. Near side corner. Gold Diggers trying to get something going here. Turned over. Here's a chance for Richard. Brooks able to lift the stick and come away with it. Nearly a huge turnover there as Richards was looking for his hat trick. Cleared down like the ice. That will go for an icing. 11:30 to go here in the third and final frame. Down low, Brooks trying to work it up for Kuhn. Tried to, but that's kept in at the point by Herrera. Down low, trying to work it out are the Gold Diggers. Gets loose in the skates. Back the other way, it goes for Baines, hitting the blue line. Riccardi able to chip his man off the puck as it's thrown right back out to the neutral zone and just a hair too far out of the reach for Brooks. Near side, turned over by Hawk. Works up the far side, gets the tip on it. A little bit of a slash, no call. Baines works it forward just through the skates on one as it'll come down low. Hits his man running. Here comes Mulhorn. Backhanded shot, trying to get one out into the back door area right there in the open slot. Diving attempt there, just going to be played in offsides. Has to retouch as the Silverbacks will take it the other way. Riccardi gets his puck pickpocketed as he will throw his man down to the ice. That will be a penalty. And a little bit of frustration there, but 3 gold sweaters and 1 silver. 4 gold sweaters, and tempers are getting out of control. Let's see when the clock will be stopped here, and let's see what gets called. 9:45 is when the clock will be stopped. Just going to get one out of that. Wow. 59, that's going to be Braden Herrick. He scored 1 goal so far tonight. And that will, looks like it's going to be a roughing on the Silverbacks. Big advantage there for the Gold Diggers as they still trail by 3 out to the point. A huge power play opportunity here. Back behind the net, it goes for Lemon. Trying to get a centering feed. Lemon still with it. Trying to work it up for Price out to the point. Winds up, fires, just sent it wide. Coming down low. Over for Apt. Winds up, fires, tipped out in front, just sent wide. Had Lemon right there at the back door. Over for Price. Out to the point for Apt. Drops it down low near side. From left hash marks, trying to fire a sharp angle shot was Hosever. Trying to work it out, can't. Out to the point, skating in, shot. Right at the goal line, scores! Power play goal for the Gold Diggers, and it looks like it's going to be number 24 of Drew Thomas. Fires that one home. Once again, a power play goal brings this to within 2. Down low near side. Going to try and get a replay here. Once again, apologies here as we're just a hair behind from regular weeks here. Right at the goal line. Over for Apt. Shot gets tipped. Back by the net. It goes for jump up. Power play goal. Up high. Thomas winds up, fires, blocked out in front. Peterson trying to find a rebound shot, but instead it comes out the other way. Here's a breakaway for the Silverbacks. And alone shoots off the pipe and bounces out into the slot. Gold Diggers have a chance going the other way. Going to be a foot race. Gerben up high, skates over top of it. Near side has a chance, just hit it wide. Back behind the net it goes. Most recent goal scored Herrick, able to get up the far side for Brooks. Shot tipped just wide. Champa over skates it out to the point for Brooks. Winds up, fires, tipped near side as it comes down low for Mulhorn. Sinners has a chance, tipped outside, just hit it wide. Gold Diggers trying to come back from a huge deficit. Over for Mulhorn, skates in, shoots. Blocked out in front by Hawk. Gerben, coming away with it, backhanded in, tip, has a chance, Jumpa scores! 2 goals tonight for Jumpa. Brings us back to within 1, it's 7-6. Winds up, fires, tip near side. It comes down low for Mulhorn. Time out, Silverbacks. We're going to take a quick 1 minute break, and we'll be back right after this. Over for Mulhorn, skates in, shoots. Blocked out in front by Hawk. Gerben, coming away with it, backhanded in, tip, has a chance, Jumpa scores! 2 goals tonight for Jumpa. Brings us back to within 1, it's 7-6. Time out. Coming back here, 6:56 to go in the third, a 1-goal game. Baines able to work it forward. Gonna go down with the ace for an icing. Not something you wanted to see for the Gold Diggers. Offensive zone face-off for the Silverbacks. And it's their top line between Richard, Herrick, and Riccardi. Shots on goal, that's 10 apiece, 35-25 in favor of the Gold Diggers. Out to the point, Herrera shot, tipped out in front, has a chance, bouncing puck, goes back behind the net, just sent it wide. Richard, down near side, out to the point for Riccardi, shot tipped out in front, able to come away with it, that was Jumpa. It's going to be a foot race going the other way. Jumpa going at it with Richard, unhappy with each other, back by the net. And there's going to be a penalty the other side. That's going to be interference. And 2 separate altercations going on here. One up on the far side halfwards and one right in center ice. Richard and Jumpa still going at it. But the man that's going to be called, that's going to be Herrera for an interference. Here we go, another power play opportunity here. Apt trying to get a slap shot off. Peterson just in it wide. Richard chasing after it with Kuhn. Richard coming away with it. Cleared out to the neutral zone, but Apt was there ready for it. 15 seconds gone here in the penalty. That's going to be played in on sides just barely. Cleared down length of the ice, chasing after it's Apt. Holds up, being pressured by a man in silver. App still away with it. Have numbers. Works it forward for Kuhn. Stick to side, back over for Apt. And on sides. Up high from the right circle. Skating in. Back in a shot. Save. Rebound. Out in front. Trying to poke it home. Puck still loose. Man hits the deck. As the faceoff will come out to Rhodes right. 1 minute to go here on the power play. Under 5 to go here in the third. A back and forth game it's been. Gold Diggers trying to claw their way back. End up getting gold here tonight. Price out to the point. Thomas shot. Goes off Hawk. As it's nearly a short-handed chance the other way. 2-on-1. Shoots. Save. Rebound. Trying to poke it home. Puck still loose as it heads to the corner. Up high for Price. Just out of his reach. Trying to work it back to near side. Hostover coming with it. Hits center ice. Trying to dump it in deep. Hawk playing up the far side half-boards. Lemon down low. Under 30 to go here in the penalty. 4:06 to go in the third. Riccardi up high. Gets around his man. Another 2-on-1. Has Lentz down low. Shot. Scores! Back to a 2-goal lead and a short-handed goal for the Silverbacks. Just out of his reach, trying to work it back. Nope, Tyler Johnson. Near side. Hat-trick goal there for Tyler Johnson. His third goal of the night and a big one at that, bringing this to back to a 2-goal game. To go in the third. Riccardi up high, gets around his man. Another 2-on-1. Has Lentz. Waiting for this replay right here to finish, and there it is. Wow. Chance here. That's going to be saved up by Rhodes. Had Jumpa waiting there on the back door. 3 and change in the third period. Gonna wait here as we're sitting at stop clock now. Shot gets blocked out in front. And it's gonna be a matter of who has the most willpower here within the last 3 minutes. Another chance here. Here's Lentz. Up the far side, has a man trailing. Drops it. Shot. Just in it wide. Got a tip out in front. Jumpa plays it back behind the net. 2:40 to go. Comes out to the point for Herrera. Winds up, fires. Blacked out in front. Over for Lentz. Sharp angle shot. Comes out for Jumpa. Gonna play it down the near side half boards. Over for Gerben. Over skates it. Able to get it back to his man. Gets stick to side, and here comes Herrick. I'll put it up the far side. Gonna be a foot race. Will that be no icing? Lentz drops it back for the left hash mark. Shot tipped. Gonna be played down to the near side corner. 2:10 to go. Out to the point, not out. Gerben up the far side, trying to get it to Baines just a hair too far. Gonna play it up the far side half boards, down for Brooks. Back up the far side for Baines. Beats his man. Has a chance if he's able to beat his man down behind the net. Can't. Down low it goes. Jumpa ends up getting thrown off off the puck as it go back behind the net. 1:40 to go here in period number 3. Trying to skate over top of it. That is not going to be kept in at the point. Apt away with it. Trying to chip it down to himself. He will. Skating in from the left hash mark. Shot goes up the side of the post. Trying to work back to it is Richard. Down in the corner. He'll just hold on to it there. Trying to kill as much time as they can. Down low. Trying to work it back. Here's a chance. Richard coming with it. Gonna pull the netminder, thinking about it. Jumpa. Skates over top of it. Empty net now. 1 minute to go. Richard. Empty net. Scores! That will do it as a clock will run 9-6 in favor of the Silverbacks. Just as they pull the netminder of Goldberg, Riccardi was able to, Jason Richard that was able to poke that home for his third goal of the night, a hat trick at that. Skates over top of it. Empty net now. As we hit 23 seconds to go in the third and final frame. Trying to look for one more. Back by the net it goes with 15. 13 to go. Wentz will chip it back by the net. Cross ice feed comes out to the neutral zone. Silverbacks holding on to it, dumps it in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that will do it. Your upper season champion is the Silverbacks. A 9-6 victory over the Gold Diggers. It's quiet. Thank you for a great upper season. But as for this one, this season is over. Silverbacks take home the crown, a 9-6 final over the Gold Diggers. We'll be back for the lower season Thursday night for a 3-game matchup. But once again, the final game in the upper season goes to the Silverbacks. They'll take home the crown and the cup. 9-6 final.